We live in an age overflowing with data, yet we constantly struggle to find wisdom. Every day, terabytes of information are generated, but that knowledge almost immediately separates into specialized, disconnected silos. Society often forces a choice. You can master the cutting-edge technology of the future, or you can study the classical traditions of our ancestors. True understanding emerges when we move past this choice. We use a synthesis engine, a model of learning that generates new insights by networking these vastly different disciplines together. To solve the complex problems of the 21st century, we must stop treating the technologies of our future and the wisdom of our past as mutually exclusive domains. Modern computing relies on strict binary logic. Artificial intelligence and quantum data processing function by breaking down massive, complex problems into highly structured algorithms. Centuries before the first silicon chip, classical knowledge systems operated on identical principles. Vedic mathematics used rigorous rule-based languages, such as Sanskrit, to calculate and process theoretical ideas of immense complexity. Scribes preserved these logical systems by carving precise, structured rows of text directly into palm leaf manuscripts, ensuring the data survived across generations. To ensure their most critical laws and mathematical proofs reached far into the future, civilizations also codified their knowledge in stone, relying on the rigorous geometry of ancient scripts to achieve permanence. Whether etched in granite, written on a dried leaf, or processed through a modern microchip, the human drive to systematically codify and transmit complex data remains consistent across every medium. This desire to calculate extended far beyond the written word. Early astronomers systematically measured celestial mechanics, tracking the movements of the stars to locate our exact position in the universe. They engineered complex physical instruments to do this without digital sensors. Devices like armillary spheres relied on precise mathematical gradations and intersecting rings to map universal patterns long before the advent of telescopes. This same celestial geometry dictated the alignment and structural engineering of Eastern classical temples, where the mathematical ratios of the stars were translated into physical stone pillars. Western antiquity applied this same pursuit of universal proportion to their monumental architecture, using symmetrical columns and enduring structural designs to create a sense of cosmic order in their civic spaces. Across every culture, the environments we build serve as macroscopic attempts to mirror the mathematical order of the cosmos on the ground. Today, sports scientists and neurologists study human biomechanics in laboratories, mapping how neurons fire and how muscles align under physical stress to understand peak performance. Classical physical disciplines and mindfulness practices functioned as the original applied sciences of human anatomy, utilizing movement to master the same biological systems. Practitioners of these systems achieved extreme physiological control. Maintaining an inverted vertical alignment requires total spatial awareness, engaging specific muscle groups to achieve simultaneous physical stability and mental focus. This foundational mastery of anatomy also serves as the basis for kinetic storytelling, where classical dancers use balance and dynamic geometry to turn the human form into a tool for cultural expression. The most effective physical systems treat biomechanical alignment and cultural expression as a single unified practice, integrating physiological science with intentional mindfulness. For centuries, explorers mapped the physical world, synthesizing geographical outlines and celestial charts into comprehensive documents to make sense of a vast planet. Now that the physical continents are mapped, our most critical need is conceptual cartography, charting the overlapping intellectual territories of the modern age. Maintaining rigid borders between science, art, history, and philosophy severely limits our ability to navigate the complexities of our current reality. Knowledge Equity Partners builds this bridge by using modern research to decode classical logic and the principles of ancient design to inform contemporary technology. We bring clarity to universal curiosity by mapping the connections between these domains. Adopt this borderless framework. Approach history like a mathematician and technology like a philosopher. The active pursuit of knowledge without boundaries provides the clarity needed to navigate a world that is no longer siloed, turning curiosity into a lifelong journey of discovery.